pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The Packers at 10-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's taking down at the 33-yard line. Again, a 13-yard. First down, Cleveland. Hey, 31! They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Watson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Quick slant to Watson.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Takes it at the 7.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the sack on first down, Watson, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And he's got it down to the 28. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 6-0 our score after 1. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Slot man moves right. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. He's going to air one out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. A nightmare of a 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Watson on 1st down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll shy of the 30. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run with Chubb. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Rodgers going to throw.
He'll complete this one to Watson. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They go back to the ground with Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
26. That's good for a Green Bay Packers.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point by Seibel up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Now Watson. Going up top.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On play action, Rodgers. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they like to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun?
All right, throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Now it's Rodgers. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
That's taken in by Watson.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Take it in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Hey, pick 26.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
26. Hey, 88. Get 300. Get 300.
Now Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits.
Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken way up at the 25. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb to about the 26 here. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Watson going to sneak it, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Running for it, here's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 75. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson making the catch, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw, Watson.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Now Watson.
And he comes back with one complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Watson.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Now, that was an excellent return to start overtime. So do they get crazy and attack the end zone and try and get the 6 points to end the game? Or do you just play it to where you kick the field goal and put the game in the hands of your defense?
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
First throw in OT for Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Down to the 22-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Chubb. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Cleveland, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest heart in the